Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm CountChristo and I'm joined by the wonderful Mathieu. How's it going?
Good, good. The French Paradox. You've met me before, or Mathieu for France. I'm back here watching more EU4.
Fantastic,
Yes.
fantastic. We have, I confess, I've missed a little bit of the last session, but there's been some fantastic player wars breaking out. We're just waiting to get back into the game. Hello again, hello again. I made it out of bed. I did. Anyone who's sharing a room with this guy needs to get some naps in the middle of the day. That's all I'll say. But it's been an exciting session so far today. The North Germans had their decisive victory earlier, of course, in the main Ryagi War.
Yep. Yeah.
But recently, less successful. We've had the some problems with the they've had some problems with Livonia. So we're gonna see if they can pull themselves out of that. I was looking at the Livonian national ideas, and they're potent.
They're pretty strong. They're pretty strong. What happened is that I was walking through the castle, like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours ago after my stream, and I think like the Tinto team grabbed me and said, "Oh, we're making a big coalition against Livonia. You're gonna see." And then the coalition started, and then I don't think it went anywhere near what they hoped.
No, the Livonians have. They're running very low on manpower, which, bear in mind, our players can't necessarily see anymore because we have restricted the ledger. But we are expecting to see some difficulties coming Livonia's way. They are on the cusp of their manpower. I have to assume they have some army professionalism, so Slacken is on the
Yeah,
table.
they still have like, I think last I checked on the stream, they had like over 10%, maybe 20. So they have some spare, but they're running out. They're being besieged a lot in the north by like a mix of rebels and just small stacks surrendering. And they're mostly focusing on defending Livonia proper.
It seems so, yes. They've let almost all of Scandinavia fall, which is interesting. But yeah, it's the Golden Alliance from last thing. Yeah, the Golden League in the north, the German states are still sticking together. Holland's not in this war against Livonia, which is interesting. It does seem that eventually Livonia is going to lose. I don't really see a path to victory for them from here.
They're having like a break, and I'm pretty sure the diplomat has been running everywhere for 30 minutes. Maybe he can convince somebody to intervene.
That's true. They have had time to try and build some of those relationships, get some people on side. Chad, though, I'm curious. What do you reckon? People rooting for Livonia? What's the? I wasn't watching as much of the chat as I'd like in the last 4 hours since I was here. What's the feeling in chat? Are they the underdog, or are they just too OP and need putting in their place? What do we reckon? Livonia's too OP. Okay. Didn't win a single win in the main territory of Livonia, so you think they have a chance? Livonia forever. I just hope everyone has fun. Look, that's too wholesome.
Yeah.
Give Livonia some manpower. Well, if they have favors, they could try and spend them on Kaiser. Get some stuff. Livonia MVP. All right. I see that the underdog story is continuing to endear chat.
Like, if it had been, like, nobody sides with the bully, right? And you see a 5-on-1 player war, you kind of want the 5 players to get retribution for it. Like, I saw Switzerland, and I was like, come on, guys. Like, take a risk. Like, I understand that in one hand, you don't want to take risks. That's maybe how you win. But also, we want some cool fights, I hope someone will jump in. I said the same thing with Switzerland. I hope someone jumps in and just turns the balance, or at least just make them like feel some sweat a bit more than what they already are.
And someone in chat has pointed something else out which I wanted to touch upon, which is Gotland. So Gotland were allies to Livonian order.
Yeah, they broke the call, yep.
Yeah, didn't accept that call to arms. Pretty treacherous behavior. And some in chat want them to be dismembered for their treason. I'm honestly surprised Livonia hasn't tried to come in, Gotland hasn't tried to come in on the other side. Because it seems to me that, you've got 2 alliances, you betray one alliance, either your ally wins, in which case they're going to kill you because you betrayed them, or the other one wins, and then they just kill you next, right? I mean, what's the play?
I think Gotland might just be done with Europe, honestly. Like, they moved their capital, like, literally yesterday.
To Bermuda,
I think they're out of here. They're just, like, we're going to hold on their... Maybe they're finding people to whom to sell, like, whatever they hold in Sweden. Or, like, but I don't think they're here to stay.
I think that seems like they're not here to stay one way or the other, basically. They don't appear to be going to be given a choice.
Because they probably know that no one is going to chase them on the other side of the Atlantic. I'm not even sure Holland can see where they are.
I don't know. How chat might be able to help us out here. Has anyone else done any colonialization yet? We got other people heading over?
Andalusia, but so far they've mostly been like... the only thing Andalusia can colonize is the one province in Florida that Scotland didn't have. So I don't know if they just want to fight.
Nice. And Scotland's over there? Oh, yes, that's right. I saw Scotland over there. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And I'm assuming with the annexation and carving up of Switzerland that basically Swabia needs a new target, right?
That could be an option for them to start like going in the northern powers, because like
they tried once, right, as Augsburg. So
yeah, but I mean they have to go somewhere, and they can't go south now. It's Italy, and unless they want to just like they're gonna be stuck between the hammer and the anvil if they don't pick a side and hope that they can break out.
Oh, it was Suez that colonized the province in Florida. Okay, cool.
Oh, it's Suez. Okay, it's not.
Ooh,
it's
cool,
not on the Lucia.
Thank you. I appreciate the correction, chap.
Colors are close next to each other.
They are. They're close. They're close. Plus, both resurgent smaller nations in the kind of, Iberia, Maghreb region. I mean, you can allow us a thing.
Maybe.
Doesn't Frankfurt exist in Miami? What? Surely not. I believe didn't Frankfurt move to Mallorca? I think I heard.
Yeah, which I mean could be that from there their move was to go to another world, right? Because I don't think there was a lot of space for them in Europe.
No, I really liked the play of full annexing them in order to get the in order to grab that the mines vassal. That was a really nice. I really love it when you can do a full annex and actually grab the full thing. Oh, there it is. How are you typing that before they put the?
I'm a tech lead. I'm paid to guess passwords.
You know that? All right, here you go. Here you go. Here's my numpad.
What? Okay.
Thank you. This is why we have tech leads, chat.
Exactly. And then you'll see I'll type it in the chat instead by mistake.
Fortunately, you can't.
Yeah.
Just for the break, we saw Sus and Tunis with Blue Flames. They're fighting each other. Great question. I will look into that for you right after.
Not easy when you're looking from it.
Right after this. Yeah. Lead, you say?
Yeah, I mean, the thing of lead is that you tell other people how to do it.
I see. Password is always 1444. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Great, we're in.
What? No, the password is 1453. What are you talking about?
So, we've got the big war in the north, of course, with Livonia, but just to zoom out a little bit, and I'm doing most of this from memory, so bear with me, but a little bit of recapping. We've got the Zoroastrian Persia, which is carving its way east down here. We've got Arkhyunlu, who is feeling, I must imagine, a tiny bit boxed in. I think they're going for the...
Egypt, Mamluks.
Yeah, cutting through the Mamluks with Persia's help. I did see on that one. Serbia obviously looking pretty potent. Just finishing up a carving up of Austria.
Yeah, they made a claim for like the European side of the Ottoman, but they didn't stop.
Yes, they've got all of Greece. They've carved into Anatolia as well, and they're burning down Vienne at the moment, I believe. Wien. So we'll see how that plays out. We've obviously got the Granada now Andalusian player who has dominated Iberia, and we're going to see if they try and push into France. France currently losing a war. Chat, who was that to? I didn't spot before we started, but yeah, we'll see.
Sorry, go again.
Who was the war France was in against? I mean, I'm asking this. I'm going to be able to see in
Provence.
2 seconds. It was Provence. Okay.
Yeah, Provence made if you see on the second screen that they can't see yet. They have basically like made a snake from Narbonne all the way to the to the Atlantic, just like
look at that.
Basically saying, okay, like this is the Pyrenees, this is where Andalusia stops.
And the Netherlands just took Calais off France, nothing more.
Yeah, I guess they're already big, and they also
have
all
a pretty
Britain.
big coalition potential within, like a player coalition potential within the HRE, which could be problematic. Provence can form France if they completely wipe them off the map.
Honestly, the ones to me that need to break out is like Hesse, Hamburg, Lübeck, and Pomeranian. They're all a bit too small for the long play right now.
Hesse does have this potential avenue cutting through here, which I think
they're long Hesse.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be long Pomerania, long Lübeck, long Hesse. I mean it's got to be. These guys.
I mean,
are
they
all,
could try to do like a diagonal, like all the way to the Black Sea, but that would be really ugly.
They could kind of cut through. I mean, Scilly is not on friendly terms with the Germans, at least as far as I'm aware. But also, Holland's taken more. They'd have lost it on forming the Netherlands. Oh, great point. Great point. Thank you, chat. How's Barbados' progress? I mean, it's looking okay over here. Gosh, Scotland is doing pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Some large-ish native nations. They'll present, some speed blocks for sure. And Gotland just grabbing all of those key trade provinces.
And Nepal is going for the biggest name on the map. I think he's still a tie with
he's doing
Livonia and
pretty
Ryazan,
well.
but I mean, it's a lot of empty desert out there, but still.
Tunisia is...
Beginning, and Jampo and Bengal have not been eaten up yet by Orissa and Mewar. I thought they would have eaten the heck out of them by now, but progress has been slow. Oh yeah, even Bahmani and Vijayanagar are still alive. So I guess the Indian Sunadome respawn did not just like disintegrate India as fast as I might have expected.
And it looks like Sus's attempt at colonization is being smacked down by Scotland, which is probably what those player wars you were asking about were.
That would make sense, no.
So
they have all. I don't even know why they started this. They knew this was gonna come, right? Like they could colonize any of the provinces. Just take the Bahamas and then go to Mexico. Actually, has anyone made a move against the Aztec gold mine yet? No.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it.
I guess gold is like unfashionable nowadays. South America is also looking pretty empty.
Is Poland in the war? Well, I don't know. I can't actually see diplomat mode right now. I believe Poland... Yeah, sorry, that's right. They were, but they got booted out.
Oh, did they actually peace out?
They did. They white-pieced. That's considered a little bit, I'm imagining, a little bit unhappy by their allies, but...
Probably the one that is the least like committed to this.
Yes,
old
it was.
Golden
I mean, they
Alliance.
weren't in the original Golden League documentation and stuff, so I have to imagine it's probably right. Where is Switzerland now? That's a great question. I don't actually have that information. Switzerland relocated. I do have the information. Relocated to Chagatai. So here they are.
Ooh.
Thanks to Caesar's favor, they also returned. Sorry, Kaiser's favor. They also returned to their Tengri ways. Nice. Nice. So that'll be fun. Seeing a Tengri Chagatai, maybe trying to have a go. Ming's staying very stable so far.
And Kaiser is expressing their what is that? Kaiser and his seat of power changed revolution to Sunnism. Oh.
What?
Oh, so the Kaiser has decided that Catholicism is enough, and he's converted to Islam now.
Fantastic.
So,
okay. Well, I'm looking forward to some favors for Andalusia and Arcunlu. Arcunlu did stay Sunni, not Shia, right? Yeah.
Oh, and Scotland has decided that it is time for them to become Anglican, despite having nothing to do with the Anglo Islands anymore.
Nice. Nice. That is just on the colors. This just looks kind of cursed, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we still have a few house sites. Reformation is taking its sweet time. It's 1521. I mean, historically, it is on point. It's just that, especially the recent patches of EU4 for the past couple of years, have always put it out like way earlier.
Yeah. Anglican Scotland is certainly something. Anglican Ottoman, well, that'd be even more cursed. Ottoman is the one true religion for the Ottomans, everybody knows. How do they flip Sunni? They're the GMs. They do what they want.
The GMs do things, if we ask.
So, I mean, we're going to have this war kick off again. I know, chat, you want Livonia to win, but let's hear now who you think is going to win. 1 in chat for Livonia, 2 in chat for the Northern Golden Alliance. And I have to say, I mean, I'll do it with you. I'm going to get my phone. It's 2 for the Golden Alliance. And I must confess, I'm going to put myself in the minority here, but there you go. It's 2. It's going to be the Golden Alliance. Golden League, sorry. I don't see how Livonia pulls this out. They've lost such a huge portion of their territory. They're going to be in a bad way. But get your votes in. Let's see what you think. Depends if they get allies.
Yeah, I think it's all about it's going to play by diplomacy, honestly.
I don't see anyone coming in at this late stage. I mean, and even then, who would come in? Like Serbia? Papal state? I guess, I mean, they'd have to get 3 nations. Well, no, they could make it close with 2. If they could get Swabia and Serbia to join, then maybe. But
I mean, the Netherlands.
That vote was about 80% one. I mean, you guys are. You really reckon. Netherlands is allied to the Germans. It's not going to happen. Ryazan, we're not quite ready for everyone to join in. I imagine they just haven't shown up yet.
I mean, Pomeranian needs this war to win because that's the only venue. Like, this is the only place they can go. I mean, we could try to push into Silesia. No, I think Silesia is a vassal of someone, isn't it?
I'm afraid I'm not certain, but they are certainly no longer a player.
Yeah, they could try to push south, but they haven't expanded much.
I also have another piece of information. Interestingly, Arcunlu, the Rising Phoenix here, not liking their current position, have relocated to Malacca. Interesting. Malacca not done much expanding
AQ is going
since the
out.
beginning of the game, but we'll see if they come in. don't worry about the player map not showing some people. Not everyone's joined. There's Ryazan coming back. So here's another one, chat, that I'd love your opinion. Ryazan is obviously the MVP of the morning. They were doing some incredible work holding off 3, 4, 5 players all on their own with substantially less troops and without even much in the way of a military technical advantage. They did some incredible work holding off Perm and Pskov and Moldova and what was then Wallachia and Silesia. It was incredible stuff. But I think, I mean, Livonia is clearly coming for their crown, right? Livonia's actions this afternoon have been, what do we think, chat? On a par with Ryazan or even better? Because, I mean, Ryazan, they fought a lot on their own, but they did get an alliance, a big alliance, whereas Livonia has done it all alone.
Yeah, I think Livonia on the pure, like, micro skill set and selection of bonuses, probably pulling that one off. But on the diplomatic side, and again, at the end of the day, people, this is a 30-team multiplayer. You have to play the MP game, or else you might still get crushed. Yeah, you
might look like this.
Yes.
Chad's saying even better, and I think one death knell for the title of MVP for Ryazan today, one reason why they're definitely not going to get it, is, I mean, Ryazan has been losing to Livonia themselves in a big way.
I mean, they're trying to roleplay as Russia, so obviously they're going to go quantity over quality.
Yes, it's true. There's a link in chat to a PDX forum, which tells you all the players. And here we go.
What's your favorite, personally?
My favorite country?
Yeah, or the one you think people should watch for,
I want to know what the Pope does. That's definitely one of my takes. I want to know what the Pope does, because
Serbia, for me, is the unopposed one.
Serbia and the Pope, but the thing is, I mean, if we look at the development, the Pope is...
Italy's filthy rich.
Level. Yeah,
Italy is filthy rich.
And these two, I mean, I've used this phrase before, I feel like they're the kingmakers, right? There's all of these different alliances around here, and I'm very interested to see what comes of it. Here is the current Diplo map mode in terms of that ongoing war, and as we can see, the Livonian troops are marching. They're probably hoping, perhaps, the Pomeranians, that they can win this siege before they show up, but with 42-day siege ticks, I have to imagine that is not looking likely. They do have the defensive edict up there.
Oh, and they are bringing up people from the Hesse because they do not have the numbers individually.
Just hearing all of these loans coming in.
Yep. The sound of money.
All right, and we're unpaused, and the men are marching on.
That is an amount of privilege that Livonia has given out. Jesus Christ.
They're backing out. They're backing out. I mean, you would expect it, but
the mere sight of them.
I'm not sure Pomerania got the memo. They're leaving a couple of people in there.
Oh God, and that's cannons. Well, I guess there goes the cannons.
They tried to flee with 1 day notice. It did not go very well.
Yeah, I think to mention, looking at the comments earlier, is that contrary to like maybe MP you guys may have played, those people are not sitting in a Discord call all day to communicate. They are sitting somewhere in the castle, and unless this morning they knew that they were all gonna have to coordinate a big war against Livonia, they might not even be in the same room.
It's true. It's very true. They are. There's been people running back and forth, going like, "Go east, go west," etc. It's gonna be careful. Who should Serbia form? Serbia need form nothing. Serbia has no formable nation. Serbia needs no formable nation.
This is final four.
And it looks like Livonia is not content to stay on the defensive. They are finally pushing in to Pomerania, and with the forces of Pomerania split, but they're no longer split. They've actually got no one in their occupied lands up here. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Serbia going for Roman Empire? Now that would be a sight. If they could form the Roman Empire, that would be crazy. They could convert and go Rum. Do they have to convert? They have to do culture flip as well, right?
They are 32% Greek, more than Serbian. I don't know if that would allow them to try to resist State Byzantium.
They'd have to become Greek full on, which would entail some destating, I think.
Yeah, or culture conversion, but
how's the whole doing? It's going well for them so far. I'm just trying to keep an eye on this, but we just take a quick, brief look a little bit further afield. Yeah, so Andalusia is at war with Scotland and the Mamluks with Tunis and all that on side. Persia also allied to them. Interesting. Okay. And then over here, taking a look at the player map mode over in India, we have a couple of powers rising. We'll be keeping an eye for when they start butting shoulders. But what often happens in these games is you get those people that get exiled tend to kind of ally up against those that exiled them. So we might well see some kind of revenge play from those people that got evicted.
Yeah, a return. The Baltic elephants that we had once upon a time in the Death Clash a long time ago.
Any single player enjoyers, the Aztecs? Yeah, I like playing the Aztecs. I haven't played them in a while, to be fair, but Pomerania is taking so many loans. They're clearly not going to take this lying down.
No.
With only 7,000 manpower left for Livonia, oh, they're going straight in.
I wonder if we can try like hitting them for peace at 50%.
They're going in. At 50, they'd have to only demand 25% war score.
Yeah, but
they
that's
the -1 penalty, and Pomerania has the +1 from the age
they just
bonus.
got a +1 stab event.
And they have the Netherlands troops on hand. But that morale advantage is absolutely crushing. Army tradition, border between East and West, expansionist zealotry, and defenders of the faith, and the last jousting tournament. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, they banked some favors from Caesar to get the event.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Well, that is insane. 6 morale. They're not going to be able to beat them in the battles. But the thing is, they might be able to beat them on the manpower because that's all the manpower they've got. They're now
they only have 4K.
They're 1,200 in the hole. They've got -8K. And in terms of army professionalism, let's see, they've got almost none. They can slacken twice, and that is it. And that's only 18,000 manpower, which means they're only about 6,000 manpower left. They don't have to hit them very many more times. In terms of loans, they're not at their limit. In fact, they're not that close to their limit. They've got a long amount of rope left. The thing is,
48%.
Livonia can afford to go hard on this war because there's no one else around to take advantage if they get weak. I mean, there's Gotland, but Gotland is clearly playing a less aggressive game than that. But how far is the next mil trek? They couldn't general roll for the manpower via professionalism. That's true. That's true. Let's take a look. They are already 14 years ahead of time, as are most of their rivals here. So looks like not likely they're going to be saving up for the next one.
Yeah, Amber got out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are they abandoning Pomerania to their fate?
I mean, it looks like that could be really big. Ryazan has just shown up with a huge new set of stacks, though, and now they're actually coordinating themselves. Oh, switch to Hanover. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm liking the similarity between these two flags. That's interesting. I wonder if Hanover is going to try and put themselves back into this war.
It's going to take them like 5 years to be able to come back since they pieced out.
Well, they're at 3 stab, got stabbed to burn.
Oh.
So, I mean, they could.
On a separate war?
Here they go. Yeah, they could do. Here we go, though. They're crushing in.
That would be dangerous.
I mean, that morale advantage is just crushing. Oh, God. And
they just lost their number.
Yeah, but they've got a huge tactics advantage over Ryazan as well. That's not good. That's not good. Hamburg was contributing not a massive number of troops. These Livonians, look how confident they are. These Livonians going north to try and stop Ryazan on this siege. But look at this.
I mean, 135% discipline. That's numbers I would expect almost from like the last ages.
Pomeranian not going in? Were they too late? 2 more days?
Oh, they're stuck behind a fort. They have to go around.
They made it. Just.
Oh, no, they made it.
That's a closer fight now. I mean, but look at these casualty ratios.
I mean, it's 30
look at the
against
casualty ratios. It's 10 to 1. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, they're still carrying
they're 1 against 4,
but
though.
look at those numbers.
They're still winning. 1 against 4.
If you took that fight from full morale, you'd win now. But I mean, and was this just an intentional play by Ryazan? Was this a distraction? And the Hesse has got their troops ready now. I mean, that is crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Livonia doing just absolutely insane. Okay, you're on the Livonia hype train now. I don't blame you.
Livonia stack just died. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say.
Sorry, Ryazan stack just got like wiped off the map up north.
I'm not.
So that's one less problem we have to deal with. Was that the last army? Oh God, that was Ryazan's army. It's just gone.
Ryazan has another army down here. They've got 45k down in the southwest.
Oh yeah, they do. All right,
more than 45k.
But for distraction, troops are not so much distracting.
They do not want to get this fort falling. It's the one that's allowing them to occasionally get the river crossing. 45% chance it goes here.
Done.
Ooh,
And
that's gotta hurt.
now they could even stab hit them for peace if they really want out.
If they really want out, but they don't want out at this point, because if they get out and both sides regain manpower, this side's regaining manpower 4 or 5 times as fast. So
True,
they
but
took that
also
fight early. That was bad, Pomerania. They pushed in far too far.
I don't know. You reckon you would rather try to continue fighting rather than try to get the peace out and hope that you can find allies while you're at peace?
No, they should keep fighting. They're in a strong position now. They're not going to be in this strong position. I mean, there's no reason why they're going to be better able to find allies on the other side, but
I don't know. Maybe people would be more willing to join them if they're at peace.
maybe.
I mean, they got 52% now, and they're not pushing back on Volgast.
I think they want all this land. I think they want to kill Pomerania, and that would be a huge blow to the North Germans. Oh, Austria just annexed Hungary. Cool. Can we see the discipline details? Yeah, sure. Let me give you a quick rundown. If you wanna, I'm not gonna linger too long here, but if you wanna pause, there's the 135.
Yeah, that's insane.
Livonia
That is
right now
insane.
from militarization, giving them that extra 10%.
Actually,
None for Pomerania, 15 for them, none for them, 10 for. Yeah, I mean these guys have not gone as hard on the military ideas.
technically,
as some.
Lubeck is the war leader, so if they're really cheeky, they could just sell Pomeranian land to get out of this scot-free.
They could. Did the Netherlands actually bail out of the League war? I don't think they were ever in this war.
No, they just counter-terrored some people, and I think they I can't see. I don't see any counter-terror troops anywhere. But wait, where are all their stacks?
God, if
No, they have
straight.
one. They have one that they counter-terror to Lubeck. But it's only 15k right now.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't brought in more, excuse me, more Dutch men. I mean, I don't really see.
Okay. Yeah, Pomerania, Lubeck, and Hanover are basically almost out of manpower. They're like 1,000 men remaining somewhere.
They're still trying here.
I mean,
Why
Livonia
hasn't
is also
Hanover
tapped out,
condottieried
but
their men over?
they
That
can't take
seems-
another. They can't take another defeat though. They're not going to be able to reinforce anything. They lose now. I mean, to be fair, Livonia.
Livonia is already. I mean, they're in the hole. They're consolidating troops. It looks like. Yeah, they're consolidating regiments.
Yes,
to
because
make up for
they can't slacken anymore. They're out of it.
Have they done both? Okay. So I mean, the Germans might not know it, but they only have to hold a little bit longer. Yeah, the Dutch are not looking too active here. Did Lubeck just switch their infantry? I think they just switched. They did. Oh no, they didn't.
No,
why does one of the Lubeck's armies? Oh, this must be a new
Okay,
a new army. I thought they'd switch their infantry type right on the border with them. That would be pretty bad. Can you condottieri when you have a truce? I'm not sure.
I
think you
can't remember. I'm surprised that I don't know. They're just waiting on the forests. I guess they could be working a bit further to have the river on top.
They've got the war goal. Presumably, there's no more ticking for the war goal.
I would have
No.
considered moving one step left if I were there to just like sit by the river all around to make sure that whatever battle they pick, they get crossing penalties. But then you have to split 3 ways, and that might be dangerous if the enemy knows how to attack you.
It doesn't take too long for them to reinforce in here, but they got capital, not war goal. What? No, Livonia does have the war goal.
And now they have 57% scoring against Lubeck. They could start demanding things if they want to.
If they really wanted to, yeah, yeah. But with some of these provinces getting liberated here.
Yeah, the problem is Pomerania is not the main attacker, so like any province would cost them.
Yeah.
They can't even demand 2 provinces with a stab hit right now. Like that's not gonna go far.
And the manpower situation.
Two battles. They're trying to pick them off in 2 different bits.
They're willing to do it in the woods, it looks like. Oh, yes, they are. And they're going to catch these guys out of position in the woods, but I think they may still. No, they didn't quite get them.
Oh, no, they managed to get out anyway.
Yeah,
Wow. They are really fast maneuvering.
They are getting in there.
God, the murder.
Were they going to get in there in time? They did, okay.
What?
They've taken the -1 penalty.
And they get a call to arms from
Did they
Galicia.
retreat, or was that just how fast their manpower declined? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
That is
and
insane.
they are at war with Andalusia, but it's just because they're defending of the faith and they don't want to lose the bonus.
Oh, those are big casualties on both sides, though. We were just seeing 1,000 ticks. But that 0 roll is not helpful. The thing is, every time you see a remotely even tick, that's Livonia. They're struggling. They're struggling. That's,
Oh God,
okay,
even
they've
more
got more.
troops are
Here come the Dutch. They might not get there in time. Oh, they just did. Pomerania needs to send those men in right now.
Oh yeah, they have 12k.
Hesse is trying to cycle its armies in and out. That's
Yeah,
too
but
late, Pomerania.
they're getting
Pomerania, stop. Pomerania, stop, or you're going to get
they're
stack
locked.
wiped.
Some of them are locked.
Bye-bye. 7,000 Pomeranians. That is, I mean, The Livonian numbers haven't gone down since we started this section of the stream.
No.
That's
what's
insane.
the
They even have a
casualty
tactical
looking-
advantage, yeah, over some of them.
Yeah, that's a lot of losses.
How long until the Livonian rebels in force? I don't think they're gonna.
I mean, they don't even have a
Oh.
2-to-1 advantage in numbers
Never mind.
anymore.
15 months until Sweden declares independence.
Yeah, that's a problem. But they don't even have, like, they have a 50% troops advantage now only. Wait, Lubeck has reckoned someone else has pieced out. There's only 4
Really?
of them fighting. Let's see.
Yeah, Hesse's out.
Hesse's out. Oh god. Are they gonna just throw like Lubeck and Pomeranian under the bus?
I mean, I wonder what's going on in these negotiations. These people, I mean, why was Hesse piecing out there? What are they saying?
Because you're your secondary partner, right? What do you have to fear? Who's gonna attack
Yeah,
you?
they weren't.
Because unless Swabia is starting to show teeth, but
If they hold one, yeah, I mean, if they hold long enough for the Swedish people to enforce their demands.
also Esse has manpower to spare. They could have continued fighting if they
I
wanted
think
to.
this freaking AI Riga stack is going to stop these Swedish separatists from declaring independence. That's hilarious.
Sometimes you need AI to help you.
Yeah. And these numbers are not declining. The number of Livonians is pretty consistently here, and I don't see what they can do. I mean, they're just throwing themselves into the meat grinder again and again. At least this time there wouldn't be a crossing penalty, and they've still got Ryazan helping them out.
Yeah. I guess the thing that's
The Netherlands just packed up and went home. Let's take a look at the
they
casualties.
founded Westphalia. Did you just want to stop and form nations rather than
Oh
fight?
yeah, why is everyone forming nations? There we go. Hesse into Westphalia.
Like it's,
Nice.
I understand that you see the button and you want to click it,
Mm.
but wanting to click it, is that worth like dropping your allies in a battle?
We're approaching 1 million casualties in this with only one
Another battle.
player
Oh,
member.
they're just making a move for Stalin again.
Yeah, yeah. No penalties this time.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be tough because they're low.
No, they can't do it. That's not good enough. That's not enough. I mean, it's absurd that it's not enough, but it's not enough.
I mean, the stat difference is still like pretty big.
I mean, look at this. They have more reinforcements available.
Yeah, but look
And
at like they have almost like I don't know, like
Yeah.
25% more morale
And the
and
numbers-
50% more discipline. No, maybe 25%
Yeah.
more discipline too. Like yeah,
That is insane. And the numbers don't matter when I mean the combat width is full, so you can pile in 10 times more men.
no,
but
you just
it's-
take more attrition.
Yeah, it's not helping.
Which again
There you go.
is the difficulty of being fighting like 5 people at the
Holy
same time.
crap! Only 20,000 men made it out of that.
Oh jeez.
30. That's insane. That means I mean, they have
Yeah.
their actually
Pomerania still has some manpower. Oh, are they slackening or are they just getting a lot every month?
slacking probably. That is insane. That's absolutely insane. I like this comment in chat. Livonia is simultaneously an unstoppable force and an immovable object.
Yep.
I mean, that's amazing, frankly. What happened to the Seuss province just while we're looking? They kept it. The Scottish not managing to pinch
Is
that from them.
Ryzen is not even trained to attack anymore. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I mean, they have a lot of men over there, but
Yeah, they're basically bearing the brunt now. They're
Yeah.
the only one that I mean, the manpower is also going down the drain. They might be able to just click the magic Russian button to get more manpower, but
And
yeah,
they're not a proto-Prussia. They're stronger than Prussia. Oh, I just heard a peace offer declined.
aha.
What they were asking for there.
Did anyone get pieced out or not? Did anyone lose stab? Oh,
Oh, they didn't take the Regans have. Oh no, okay. The Livonia did just send some men up there. Was that just how just in time was that? I think they were at like 8 or so months on liberating that province. That would have been pretty bad for Livonia if all of freaking Sweden and Finland had declared independence. But I mean, it looks like they got away with it. That is one hell of a war. And remember, this is not a war that Livonia started. I mean, that's crazy.
no, they didn't want this. I think they pretty hoped that they could be left alone doing their own thing. Maybe they had designs for Pomerania long term, but they could have been content of just going east, right? And just fighting Ryazan and leaving them alone.
It's certainly plausible. Chat's asking that I show Augsburg. I can't show Augsburg because they formed Swabia.
Oh,
there's Swabia.
maximum amount of loan for Pomerania. They have 1,000 in bank, so that's gonna take a while for them to get bankrupt.
Yeah, you're losing 30 a month. I mean, this is I can't believe it. I'm very surprised.
Livonia starting to get called for peace.
The Golden League is oh my god.
Livonia is getting called for peace. Like, please stop. It's already dead.
Come on, you've clearly won. That is That is astonishing. I mean, they've managed to, in a war they didn't start. Pomerania, you've got capped admin points. Come on.
Now the question is, what does that mean? The fact that like Hanover and Westphalia bailed out before the end. Are they still like friends, or are people starting to reconsider their options? And be like, you know what? Maybe those guys are.
I mean, you know what? The Netherlands, formerly known, the artist formerly known as Holland, have been a little bit oath-breaky. They could switch sides and join Livonia.
I mean, they're technically allied with none of them.
Well, Westphalia, but.
Oh yeah, Westphalia. Okay. Yeah, they're not all allied with each other, right? It's only like a 1-to-1 thing.
Golden Alliance looking more like Iron Pirate. Yeah, I think you're about right there. Are Livonia's enemies going to have to pay buckets of ducats? I think Livonia may eat all of Pomerania. I mean, they could eat a huge chunk of them if they.
Of a secondary though, so they can't get that much.
I mean, that's quite a lot.
That's 3 provinces.
4.
4. Oh yeah, 4. Yeah, it's not too bad.
I mean, that's a pretty hefty chunk of change. And I mean, if they wanted to, they could completely dismember Lubeck.
Oh yeah, I refuse to accept those peace deals. Like I think you should just be fair and just take a state instead.
We'll see. They're still capped on monarch points, which to me says that Pomerania is kind of throwing in the hat. And this looks like Ryazan is heading home. They're not under military threat at home, so I think that's that might be a capitulation that we're seeing right there. Lubeck's men sitting over, very distant from the front line. I think Livonia has a bright future in conquering their way across, because they can separate peace Pomerania, take 4 provinces, and then peace out Lubeck, take a bunch of their provinces, and both countries are seriously down in the dump.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Serbia feels so confident. They're stuck in the war against Aku and the Mamluks.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Well, here's a war. We've got Andalusia going up against Galicia and Livonia. What? Oh no, I'm still on Pomerania. Okay.
Oh, and Scotland versus Sus ended up without Sus dropping the colony.
That's interesting. Livonia is in this war against Andalusia.
Yeah, because they're a defender of the faith, and they don't want to lose the moral bonus.
Okay.
Interestingly, Sus is still holding to Florida. The war was inconclusive, I'm guessing.
Yes, the Andalusian support appears to have prevented them in losing the province. But, yeah. I mean, I'm concerned. I'm concerned for the future of Northern Europe because Livonia obviously won this war. They deserved to win this war. They did fantastically well. But how are they going to capitalize on this victory? What do they do next? They need to form some kind of diplomatic connections, which they apparently, so I hear, have not been doing excellent work at thus far. The fact they have called for peace is very funny. Their nation is like, come on, just send them a peace down. I'm trying to send them a peace
Actually,
down.
I'm wondering a thing. Could they first stab at Pomerania and then stab at Lubeck?
Yes.
Make them pay separately? I mean, that's going to be some aggressive expansion, but...
They definitely could, yeah. Moldova is not a player anymore, by the way, chat.
No, Moldova is gone. Oh, Austria just integrated Hungary now.
Yes, it was a little while ago.
Surprised that they have survived for so long.
And the further pushing in, I mean, this shows the confidence of the Livonian players right now. They're happy to push into woods. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, Ryazan is making a move north. Or maybe they just decided to clear out all the rebels they're getting. Are they at risk of that breaking, or...?
Ryazan? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No drop down. They do have a disaster spreading though.
They have no... Oh, they stopped paying for their army.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ryazan is not here to fight anymore. They just stopped paying for their army.
And Livonia now has an almost 2-to-1 numbers advantage. Like this is not a situation that's.
Oh yeah, they actually got they are equivalent in numbers now.
Yeah, and a bunch of those are the Ryazan troops who have clearly abandoned the concept of this fight right now. I'm really interested to see what happens with the Netherlands. I mean, I think if I'm a treacherous Netherlands player, and I'm not saying they are, but if I'm a treacherous Netherlands player, me, Westphalia, and Livonia munch this territory. This is wealthy, and there's plenty there, and they can't stop you.
I've mentioned early, like there's too many people in a too small a box for that to be a healthy growth. I don't see that.
I mean, there's no room, and we were talking about Westphalia needing room to grow.
Yeah, I mean, Swabia has the same problem. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Swabia that's just too many people and no option. I don't believe in like long snakes of like one province for each people.
Yeah, it's very hard to defend, and it's annoying for state-level buildings. They become much less cost-effective, but we'll see. They need to eat Scotland's land and Sweden first, take down the head of the Oathbreaker. I mean, Livonia will do that, I have to imagine. Livonia lost 10 war score. What happens? Someone else peace out? No, it could be this blockade. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. Did they? I think they were at 60 earlier, weren't they? I thought they were at 60. Pomeranian carry kept all their admin to avoid being stab hit out of the wall. That's a great point. That's a great point, Kaiser. Thank you. How is Norway's progress going? This slowed, and Livonia has some men up there sieging the provinces back, so they're definitely not going to be able to break out that way.
I'm looking at the ideas of people seeing what they think. I would have expected the Netherlands to try to go some time of maritime power, but all the idea are military based. Like quality, economy, quantity, they're not.
I mean, it's what you got to do. It's what you got to do in that situation when you've got 4 or 5 players all around you. I mean,
yeah, I guess.
They had to be able to win that. Does Lubeck have no troops anymore? I don't think so, to be honest.
I was wondering who was trying to be some kind of
Lubeck has no
naval power. And at this point, I guess it's only Gotland?
More or less. Andalusia has a fair navy as well.
But even Gotland did not go with any like maritime ID.
Hanover could backstab Lubeck. Well, right now they're doing the opposite. They're dealing with their rebels for them. So it looks like those two at least are still tight. But I mean, Livonia, I don't really know why Livonia isn't being offered peace right now. There seems no reason to me to drag this process out, but I guess maybe Pomerania thinks the longer they can keep this war going, the more Lubeck and Hanover will be able to survive the next war.
Yes.
Because we all know there will be a next one.
Ah, I see what New Frankfurt is doing. They're starting to stake a claim on Brazil.
Oh, nice.
So after taking some islands, they're now staking their claim on Brazil. It's going to be slow. They don't have a lot of economic base to colonize, but seems to be the way they're going.
And they have the Holy Lands. Gaza, Jaffa, and Jerusalem have now fallen to Mallorca.
Oh, did they jump on them? Yeah, they have a truce with the Mamluks, so I guess they jumped on them.
And Arcuna, having left, the prayer, of course, having left, is now being munched by Serbia.
Oh, yeah. Serbia is just going at an alarming rate.
Just crusading their way through the Sunni holdings here. I wonder what the Emperor thinks of that.
Basically repressing the Ottomans.
I mean,
what is Bulgaria up to, though? They have grown a bunch. They have a truce with Moldavia and Silesia, so I guess why are they not eating on Austria, for example? Like
it's true. It's true. Bulgaria does seem to be being rather
Austria
passive.
still has some allies, but they're minors.
They do have Trebizond, so they might be able to might be looking to try and spread into Georgia. Now that Georgia is no longer under a player. Lubeck taking loans? What the heck? Lubeck, you can't come back from this. This is not a fight you win.
Ryazan has peaced out.
Was that them paying off loans? Maybe that was them paying off loans.
Yeah, Ryazan has peaced out to just go and eat Karelia instead.
It was corruption to then pay off loans. Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Would love to have an interview with Livonia after this war ends. That's a good point. That's a good point. We'll see.
We'll see if we can get them
that.
around, depending on how many other people are.
I think they have quite a lot to handle.
Bringing up the fight,
as is, to be honest. But we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah. I think. I mean, I bet Livonia is going to attempt to enforce a peace deal separately. I mean, if I'm Livonia, because why not release a bunch of nations and just really weaken this? I mean, they could. They could easily at this point.
Yeah, but with a weak emperor, they'll probably be eaten back real quick.
Yeah, but it'll cost points. I mean, if they're not in the... I suppose these are all culture group provinces, so they keep the cores, in which case, yeah. If they're keeping the cores, it doesn't really make sense. Why release instead of conquer? Well, they can only digest a certain amount at a time, and there's only a certain amount of aggressive expansion. Releasing is a way that they might be able to get around that, but look at this. We're barreling towards 100% war score. I'm surprised that there's so much kind of caution, so much slowness here. But do you guys know if he is locked out? I mean, is Livonia an endgame tag? I don't believe so. You can certainly form Germany. I know Germany.
Yeah, so you're not.
Well, but Germany is a
an exception
case,
to
the
endgame tags.
Yeah, Germany and Rome can both always be formed, I think.
I'm not sure about
Is that true about Germany?
No, I don't think so.
Chat, can you form Germany if you're an endgame tag? It's also not endgame. That's interesting. Okay. I think there's a mission that prevents it. Interesting. Okay. Handle Poland. not necessarily seeing it. But
yeah, Rome and Mongolia are the exceptions.
Mongolia. Right, right. And you can form the HRE. Well, the HRE isn't a country you form as such.
I have flashbacks of fixing bugs with those exceptions several times. Holy shit. It keeps coming back. The Pope is the best one. Like, every time we make a new change in the DLC, someone managed to make, like, a non-Catholic Pope.
Yeah, yeah. I believe it. I believe it. Livonia is doing really well. I mean, I have to imagine they're rocking the militarized government. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have got the Livonian militarist monarchy +2 ruler.
It used to be that you had a penalty for development, right? But I think it was removed in Emperor.
It was replaced with the governing capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been fan of this change, to be entirely honest. But then again, the balance of EU4 back in my day was always a debate about me thinking that France should be the best, and some unnamed designer thinking Prussia should be the best. Except he was the designer, so he was putting. Oh, there we go. Oh God. Well, it's not completely a snake, so I will allow it.
More or less the peace deal that we were expecting.
Go home. Volgast is now go home.
Interesting. Interesting. I mean, that is certainly interesting. Truce break right away. They could. And I mean, they're still in the war against Lubeck. That was just Pomerania. So.
That's why they went to Snake, to be able to continue.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that is a freaking power move by Livonia.
In for a penny, in for a pound. They're not gonna like this.
And I have to imagine that Ryzan is saying, like, why am I allied to these Germans again? I mean,
I think a lot of people are reconsidering their options with those. Like they have clearly demonstrated that they will bring you into wars that you cannot win.
I mean, what can they? Oh
God! Oh, the pain!
Oh my!
Oh, that's a lot of land.
That's 105% overextension, apart from anything else, which they're intending to keep. My dude, don't do that. Why don't you just give one province to a vassal? Don't sit at 105% overextension. That's a terrible idea.
You start getting funny efforts.
Yeah, just release release Brandenburg here, and then you could vassal. You could.
Oh yeah, they have all the cores.
Wow, they're coring fast though. Jesus, they're coring in a year and a half. That's impressive.
But that's a lot of cores they could be
well
getting.
Deserved. Oh, don't get me wrong. That was unbelievable. I mean, that's Lubeck. I mean, they still exist.
Lubeck is a trading republic without a port anymore.
Oh, did you see that? Their monthly income went from 37 ducats to 13.
Well, yeah, they don't have a port anymore.
Oh.
Lubeck literally does not have sea access anymore. They barely are in the Lubeck trade node now.
Oh
Actually, they don't own a province on the Lubeck trade node anymore. They are Lubeck in name only.
Oof. Indeed. That is, I mean, that's crushing. That is a crushing defeat. And for the first time in a little while, with 10 corruption. I mean, that's Livonia.
Yeah, that's just Tuesday.
That's Lubeck into a new state, I think. I mean, wow. That is a power play.
Now the question is, how many people are going to break alliance immediately to start saying, okay, I need to take your stuff before the others do? Because Lubeck still has 5 allies, and I don't want to be the last one to choose to break the alliance and realize that it's going to be too late by the time I can declare war and get my piece of it.
It's true. It's true. Chat is clamoring for the Livonian interview. I would love to hear from the masterminds that have created this almost perfectly spherical nation. So I'm going to go and have a look for them, if that's all right with you.
Oh, of course.
And,
all right, let me move to be able to entertain our guests. It's a very ad hoc setup, but let's go with that. Hello, chat, and now I guess it's just vous et moi, or you and me, as we say back home. So the world is finally at peace, at least on the player side. We still have a bunch of human wars that I can take a look at. I guess we have Nepal getting back some more land in Bengal. If we look at it, yeah, the partition of India and the Indian Thunderdome is actually progressing quite good now. I'm thinking Punjab is the one that worries me. Punjab is the one that is not growing fast enough compared to the others and is already boxed between Persia, Mewar, and Nepal. I think they're the one that need to break out quickly. Orisa, I mean, they took their time to progress, but they are progressing. And Mewar has still the option to go all the way south and eat like all the Bahmani, so I'm not worried for them. And yeah, Punjab is the one that worries me right now. And we also have a new player, or relocated player in Ayutthaya. Show us the Serbs. The Serbs will be shown very soon. Don't worry about that. Ayutthaya, where are you up to? Not much. Okay, let's see what Serbia is up to. So Serbia, which is like, oh, they just pieced out actually. Well, Serbia is basically staking a huge claim all the way down to the Promised Land, and keeping some bits of Ottoman to digest for later. They are really big and so far unopposed. Let's see at there we go, diplomatic map mode. So they have an interestingly still not resolved their situation with the Papal State. As Florry was mentioning earlier today, they still have this weird love-hate relationship with the Pope, which means they're not really friends, but also they don't really hate each other. It's kind of weird. They have made a royal marriage with Livonia, though. Interesting. How old is that? I don't remember if I saw it before or not. I can't remember if you can see how long it has been. But I do wonder if Serbia is trying to realize that, you know what? I'm the big blob unopposed in the south. This is the big blob unopposed in the north. Maybe we could just partition the world. Also allied with Ryazan. Alright, the great powers of the world. Ming still first, even if we have a back on some alliances, sorry, on some institutions. Then we have the Netherlands, Persia, Westphalia, Serbia, Tunis, and Delusia, the Papal State. Well, the Papal State is actually lagging behind, but I think it is mostly because of their lack. No, they're not the only one, though. They are lagging a bit behind. But I think as soon as the institutions kicking, those numbers are gonna correct each other and improve. How is Livonia not on the list? Well, Livonia is not on the list because I mean, Sweden is like those are more trees than people, so that's not a lot of development up there. Do I have the development map? Yeah, look at this. This is, it looks big on the map, but I've been there. It's mostly trees. It's a lot of trees actually. Some rocks too. Looking at the Pope, I think he has been. I'm pretty sure the Pope has been fighting the Reformation desire. Yes, like. Reform desire is now growing 850% faster, so I think the Pope keeps spamming the button to let the Reform desire and trying to stop the Reformation from happening. And I am getting some guests. We are coming around. We are coming around in a second. All right.
Yeah, you asked chat, and we shall answer.
Yeah. Do we have a?
Come on in.
Do we have enough mics for everybody?
One there. And
One there. One there. All right, there we go. Hello, the man of the hour. So, first question: did you see that thing coming? Did you see them attacking
absolutely.
you?
We knew.
Absolutely.
We were actually in conversation with Russia to not, you know.
Oh, Russia! We just formed actually.
Yeah, they just formed.
Here they are.
We were talking with people. We were like, okay, it's gonna come. Let's try to get some alliances because we had Gotland. And then while we were in negotiations with some people, the war was decked. And Gotland did not help us, which was very disappointing.
Yes.
But we had a game plan, and we stuck to it.
Mm-hmm.
And our general, we knew it was going to come, so we were getting as much money and as much manpower as possible.
Yeah, and that was some epic battles there. You are clearly obviously helped by all the militarization bonuses that you can gain as Livonia. Like, is there a point to Prussia anymore?
To fight Livonia.
Yeah, we basically are Prussia, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. We knew it was going to be conflict day one because before the event even started, Pomeranian came to us and said, we're splitting Teutons with Lubeck. And they're like, oh, that's okay.
We just smiled.
Sure.
So people were saying you were out of allies, and then I just saw you have a royal marriage with Serbia. Is it just like simple diplomatic overtures, or is there more to it?
I don't know what's happening with Serbia. That's news to me.
Yeah.
But we did join a new alliance chain. Now we have a new pact. It's called the Superior Pact.
Okay. What does that entail?
It entails Netherlands, us, and
Provence.
in Provence.
Yes. Right.
Well, I guess it's Westphalia.
Westphalia now.
Okay, so I'm guessing those ex-central German power should be starting to sweat a bit. I guess Swabia should also start to sweat if Provence and Westphalia is in the bloc, but they're not. I mean, they have the Pope's support, right?
Yeah.
But for how long?
Yeah, I think our main goal is to just stay alive.
Yeah.
But I think we overachieved.
Yeah,
and,
we wanted to just play tall. We wanted to just consolidate in Scandinavia,
So
and
you're
they
playing
attacked
long.
us. Now
we're
we
playing
are.
long. We wanted to colonize because there's some colonization missions, but we had to militarize and get a bunch of military ideas.
And we got those right in time too.
Yeah.
Yes, people are saying, I want to see Livonia, Hanover sweat right now. Because technically they pieced out early without like a big damage, but they're not part of the pact you just mentioned.
Correct.
No, they came to us, and I think we kind of told them.
I think they know. They know it's coming too.
They know the writings on the wall.
Yeah.
Will you start by Gotland, though?
We have to talk about that.
It was really unfortunate. We liked Gotland a lot.
We were allies since day one.
Yeah, yeah. And then they abandoned our alliance, and then they came to us during the war, and they were like, "We'll help you with whatever you need." And we're
Well, we don't need help anymore.
That was, that you should have said yes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's past tense, exactly.
Maybe we do a poll on Twitch and see what they say about Gotland's fate.
All right. Do you have proposals? Like, just leave them be, or is it like to the degree of how bad they should suffer, or which kind of punishment should be dealt with those people?
I guess we can do. What do you want to do?
I want to take Scandinavia.
You want Scandinavia now?
I like the islands idea.
You like the islands? Oh,
Keep the island. We'll take Scandinavia.
So you can see us better.
sorry. Yeah, I mean, we were talking with them about.
It does look ugly on the map.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
have
too,
to give
that
it to
too.
you. It does look a bit ugly on
I
the
think
map.
I talked to them briefly in passing Gotland, and so we might actually have something kind of on the books, not necessarily forceful, if you can read in between the lines.
What about Russia?
They were also our alliance on day one, and then they said we could we didn't take any of the Russian land, but then they kind of give us a shoulder, and we took a bunch now. Now we, not a bunch, but we took our connecting land. So I think right now we're on good terms. We're a little rocky.
They don't want Neva.
They do want Neva.
They did.
But
They asked us for provinces in the peace deal.
and we said no.
Absolutely
and
not.
said we won't attack you. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
we signed I think it's 100 years of peace between us.
Stay out of the west. We'll stay out of the east. I mean, we don't have ambitions into Russia, anyways.
No, we have no Russian ambitions.
You don't want to go east.
No.
No.
The way lies west.
Yes. Livonia.
Well, I know a bunch of Germans who should be really concerned right now. What about Poland?
They
And
want to talk to us after the war too.
well,
They
I
also
guess
kind of.
I guess they need to. They
Yeah.
need to.
I know the Balkans are a little bit worried about Persia, and so they're trying to consolidate some power in Russia, and we don't necessarily need to get involved with that. We can let them do their thing there, and we want to consolidate in the west.
Yeah. With Poland, we help them independence, and then
Yeah, I know, and that's how they repay you.
Yeah, they repay us with that.
That's. They really don't have anything to go for them, right? If you're gonna backstab someone, at least win. Like, cause they're like it's just.
No, they went out first.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. This is gonna be a lot of payback in the next coming hours. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably need to get some manpower back.
Yeah,
A
get our
few.
power base back.
Yeah. The corruption is gone.
We never had corruption.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
Yeah,
we're doing all right on loans as
There was
well.
no corruption.
Yeah, we're a very stable country overall. We didn't even get any. We had one mercenary group.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
the cheap free one. It was
Yeah.
four troops.
Yeah, they were trying to talk big during the battle, saying, "We'll just wait for your mercenaries to run out of manpower." It's like, well, we haven't even tapped into that yet. So,
No, we don't have mercenaries yet. So we were definitely ready for
oh yeah,
a long fight.
oh yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you much. I think chat was happy to see you.
Yeah, I think we appreciate the support. We got
Absolutely.
some ducats, I think, from chats in the war, and we appreciated it.
Yeah, that
all
was
the
really
money.
helpful.
Yeah, as you can tell, we have no money left, but all of it was helpful.
People love an underdog, so when you attack 5-1, you usually get chat sympathy.
Yeah. It was 6
I think at least some of the payback will probably also go well with them.
Yeah, we like that. We also like to speak softly and carry a big stick. So.
It's a pretty chunky stick, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna get stronger too militarily. Just the nature of the beast.
I guess other people like should be looking at the diplomatic military spending and be like, okay, we need to do something. We need to do something quick. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank y'all. Thank you, chat.
And I will reshuffle.
Fantastic. And there were your champions, chat. The mighty Livonia in the north. Truly our lion of the north that has been bashing its way across northern Germany. Mighty, mighty. When Byzantium done by Serbia, how close are they? It's a good question.
The Greek share of their land has not progressed, so
No,
I'm not sure they're going for it.
But before we get to that, I want to hear, so I was running around a little bit there.
Uh-huh.
The new alliance, they were saying it's who? It's Livonia, Netherlands?
Provence and Westphalia.
Okay. Wow. Hanover, Lübeck,
Oh, the Germans.
Pomerania.
I called it. Those Germans they're gone.
It takes one more. It takes one more. They were doing really well. Thanks for bringing the legends over. You're welcome. Gratitude also due to Mordred Viking, who helped out in finding them.
Yep.
So, you know, don't give me it all. Don't give me it all. He's in the room, otherwise I would have just taken the credit. So, I think what's going to happen next in the northern region, obviously, I mean, Lübeck and Pomerania, they're finished. I don't see a path to victory for them. They're finished. But Hanover, probably not going to roll over, and they're not going to take it lying down. They're going to be trying to seek alliances, and they have potential. Hanover could try to buddy up with Swabia, with Scilly, with the Papal State, with Serbia, with Poland. There's still a lot of people and a lot to play for before the fate of Northern Europe is finally decided. But turning our attention to Serbia, because it's a great question. What do they need to form Byzantium? They would have to make Greek their primary, and they did, I believe, a pretty sizable amount of developing in their Serbian territory, at least in their capital plus Kosovo.
And I don't see any cultural conversion.
So they're not going to want to unstate those unless they had a huge surplus of admin points, which is not, that common. So I'm not seeing a Phoenix rising in that region just yet. Phoenix, take a drink. So I can't officially endorse the Phoenix drinking game, but Persia is blobbing very nicely. I'm seeing some of that. Serbian ideas? Yeah, sure. Just aristocratic. Only the one idea group so far. Interesting. Staying very much ahead on military tech. That's interesting. They're clearly...
Yeah, and they had to core a lot, so I guess that slows them down a bunch.
They certainly did. They certainly did. They didn't state the Ottoman land for a reason.
Oh god. Yeah, they have a full discrepancy between Milan and Mintech. They're really
interesting. Chat does have a point. They didn't state any Ottoman land. That could be why. Could be why.
I'm hoping to get more Greek stuff.
Yeah. It's possible. Can Persia go to form the Mughals in this mod? They should be able to. I don't see why not. Oh no, hang on. Mughals have to be Sunni, right? They're Zoroastrian.
You have to be Islamic, I think. I'm not sure you have to be Zoroastrian.
Oh wait, they're still Zoroastrian, right?
Also, if you're Persia, I don't know if you want to be the Mughals, because Persia is just a beast by itself, honestly.
The thing about the Mughals is it's an incredible set of ideas for single player. It's less good in multiplayer. I'm not saying it's bad. It's less good. Yeah, Mughals have to be Sunni. Okay, I thought so. Thank you, chat. Always appreciate the confirmation. Oh, and Persia is in-game tag. Right, of course.
Yep. I was thinking. I was looking at them early on, and I think Mewar, Orissa, Nepal, they have room to grow, but Punjab is already a box almost. Punjab is the one that worries me.
Yeah. It is true. It's worth noting. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but there isn't actually a mod. It's a edited save game. It's what's doing it in this. Persian culture also can't form the Mughals. Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. So Russia fought. I step away for one moment and Ryagi changes color.
Exactly.
I mean, we got Russia now formed up here. Oh, new blue flags. Although I think this is a...
Andalusia?
Yeah, it's just another Defender of the Faith war.
Oh, yeah.
Andalusia looks like.
Livonia is...
Which Livonia, I think, keeps white piecing out of and then just rebuying Defender of the Faith to keep their morale up. They may be less essential on that this time, I guess. Wait a minute. Did the Papal States just took provinces off Mallorca after their crusading down here?
I think they've been selling them because I don't see a truce between those. I think Mallorca is trying to migrate, but they only have like a couple provinces in Brazil so far. So one actually only. It sounds a bit early. They need to have only one province though to be able to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
maybe they're swapping them over. It looks like it's happening on one day, but there was enemy occupation.
I guess if they get bankrolled. Because they need to run that colonization, and they are losing 16 ducats a month, so I'm not really sure how they're hoping to run that colonization.
No, I don't know. I mean, they don't white peace. They take one ducat from Andalusia, so it counts as a win.
Well, how they pay so much ducats for an army?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Sorry?
How are they paying so much for their army?
They're way over the force limit, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have 15 troops. I'm not sure why they're using them for.
Russia
Oh,
getting all
because
of those
they have
mission
to.
tree claims.
Yeah, they have to hold Jerusalem.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why.
Take a look at those mission tree claims for Russia. That is that is hefty.
Yes, they will have claims.
They have a lot of expansion to be done. I'm very curious about how the Livonian-Russia
They
relationship
did mention
will
that
develop.
they want to look west.
Yes.
So they could probably find some tentative peace with Livonia, at least for now.
I mean east.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
yes, I think...
Well, I mean, sorry, Livonia is looking west, so maybe Russia is okay
yes.
to just be like...
I think Livonia is looking south.
They said west, but I mean, Poland should
I
absolutely
suppose
be...
they're in the mindset of living here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, they mentioned a 100-year non-aggression deal. Okay, interesting. Selling them to the Pope. Okay. Pope supports the Black City. Oh, but of course.
Of course they do.
And the Pope, I mean, taking land off Switzerland fairly slowly. I'm surprised.
The Pope has been burning all their money to keep the reform desire under 100. It's growing 1,000% faster now. But that is why we haven't seen any Protestants show up now in
apart from the
1530.
Anglicans. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess Anglicans count.
So what is the next big player war that we have coming up? Let's take a look at a couple of the different, kind of geopolitical regions and blocks. We've got, what were they called? The new northern bloc?
I don't think they have a name
Better
yet.
Alliance,
I
I
don't
think
know.
they said?
No, the big something. I think
Chat, you'll remember. What did they call themselves? The Livonian group. And then we have the Superior
the Superior,
League.
yes. It's
Superior Alliance, Superior League, Superior Pact. Okay, we got lots of options. Thank you, chat. We got the word superior at least. Okay, so we've got the Superior League in the north. We've got the Golden Alliance here, which is basically on its last legs. And, like 4 members have left, so ouch. Then we've got Serbia so far been very buddy-buddy with Bulgaria and now allied to Russia. Okay, so we have the Orthodox bloc. So an Orthodox bloc in the east via Bulgaria, ties to the Papal State. So
and
we
also
have the Religious
Tunis?
League, shall we say. The Orthodox and the Papal State. We've got the Religious League down here. Then we, of course, have the Sunni bloc here, which is carving its way through into Egypt via Tunisia here. That's pretty nice. They've got a lot of room to go from that. And, of course, looking at it from Tunisia's perspective, they're also chomping their way through sub-Saharan Africa, getting a whole bunch of land in there.
Zimbabwe is from, actually, and they're starting to colonize.
And they're doing pretty well. So the Sunni bloc is looking pretty potent and has connections to Serbia. So lots of blocks, lots of little connections between them. Then, down here, Wasangali and Zimbabwe both buddied up, and, interestingly, with links to India. So I'm very curious as to whether those two are going to start trying to cut across there and get some of that trade across. It's going to be certainly going to be interesting to see how they try to handle that. And Zimbabwe, as we can see, getting a lot of stuff around Lake Victoria and heading down to the southern. Oh, Jerusalem has formed. You love to see it. The Black City, now also the Holy City of Jerusalem.
Oh.
Nice. Very cool to see. Very cool to see. Apart from that, we have, of course, the Persians, who are now without their former friends, Akhu and Lu. Of course, they've gone east, so no longer connected to them. How do the Persians feel about the Hansa? They're friends. Okay. So we've got the early defeated players who have been doing that. The Black City of Jerusalem. Heck yeah. And we've got the early defeated players who are rallying up here and gathering strength. And then the slightly later defeated ones over here in India. Now, how are they? Yes, see, I told you so. They are all getting allied up. Very friendly with each other. Very
they want to divvy up the land and then settle this one out.
Just started.
Oh boy, are they going after
Nepalese
Ming?
purge of Ming heresy. Did they not have the claiming the mandate of heaven CB? Yeah, Eastern religion, surely. Yeah, they are. Why didn't they use the claim the mandate CB? It's got really good land taking costs. Anyway, they're better players than me, probably. Certainly in multiplayer.
Maybe there's a thing that they know and I don't.
Yeah, it's quite possible. Maybe you count as a theocracy. I didn't realize Nepal was a theocracy.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Is Nepal planning to become China? I don't know. Please tell me Punjab is Sikh. No, right now they're Sunni. I'm not convinced Sikh has spawned yet. Oh, no, it has. Ah, Mewar and Orissa, both Sikh. Cool. Cool. Not something you see every day. Obviously, that military tech cost and, more importantly, morale of armies, very, very, very tempting to have down there. So Sikh is doing really quite well amongst our players there. But doing pretty well. So, oops, we got a little hot join. I imagine this might be a Pomeranian player. No, they're still in Pomerania. Not certain who this is. Did Mallorca mess up? Jerusalem is not a player. Ha! Did they release Jerusalem rather than form it? Let me see.
Yeah, they did release them.
That's funny. So I guess they're switching over.
Yes, exactly. That's them.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Good. Well, they're hopping over there. But we'll see. We'll see. Mallorca's D4. Nice. Good. How do you remember that? That's impressive. Punjab's going to convert soon. It would make sense. It would make sense. And we've got Nepal fighting in here. Chagatai, of course, also a player. So these are the kind of League of Defeated Nations over here in the East. They probably won't like that name, so maybe don't tell them I'm calling them that. But the League of Defeated Nations over here is clearly looking to make some plays against the mighty, mighty Ming, which is all but young and in its prime. So we'll see what they can do to try and knock it down a peg. It is at 23 mandate, although growing.
It's not the best mandate ever. When we start taking some devastation, it might start going down.
Is Chagatai the Chagatai dynasty? Let me check. No. No, they are not. Ming, meanwhile, is still Hu. And they have a lot of men cruising in here. They managed to get... Daiviet is also a player, right? Yeah. Yeah, so Daiviet's been called into the party. Malacca having no part of it. Interesting. Interesting. But that is that's a pretty hefty coalition arrayed against the lands of the Ming yet. Ming hasn't collapsed yet. I know, they've been doing pretty well this time, but with 24 mandate, getting that 26% extra damage done by both phases. It's going to be challenging. It's definitely going to be very, very challenging for them.
I'm expecting them to start taking some damages. Oh, Persia is just cleaning up the Ottomans for like the 5th time now. They are really going unopposed. Like they had one player war maybe. Like they had to defeat AQ, and I think that's the one big war they had to win. And since then they've just been feeding on AI.
Yeah, Serbia managed to hold their own early. What they did early was not lose to the Ottomans. There was obviously Byzantium, the Knights, and Serbia and Wallachia, 3 nations kind of poised to take down a lot of the Ottomans. And it was Serbia that clearly won that anti-AI race, basically, and managed to get that land here. Wow, look at this fight that Nepal is taking. Sizable numbers against them. Morale dropping pretty fast, but the damage, I mean, pretty even.
They're pretty good. I mean, their ID set is pretty good usually.
But Ming has discipline advantage and the tactics advantage. They're not winning that.
No, actually, you're right. Oh, and they have -2 like terrain and crossing. Oh, no, that
was a bad fight.
Yeah, it's the Prussia of the East-ish. We're not there yet. Okay, they have some. Oh, they don't have their morale of the army bonus, their compatibility bonus, their siege bonus, their discipline. Yeah,
that was bad.
It's kind of at the it's at the tail end of their ID set.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's interesting.
And also they went quantity ridges, so yeah, no big mill bonus on quality yet.
I think we may have another player wishing to come and chat to stream. Yeah? All right, come on in. Come on in. Now's a good moment because the blue flames that are burning are fake.
Yes. Could we get
so please, yeah, come around. If you could pass over the other headset. Amazing. I've definitely known this at one point, but remind me which glorious nation you're leading.
Punjab now.
Punjab, okay. We are being asked about your the situation of your religious matters. Could you give us a bit of an insight on that?
Yes, absolutely. So we are currently thinking about Sikh because Orissa is Sikh and they are friendly to us. So
And Mawar.
And Mawar. So we might just join them in the Sikh cult.
Yeah, yep. Plus more morale of armies. Hard to turn down.
Very true.
10% cost, tech cost.
Yeah, that's also really
There's
nice.
some interesting bits to be.
Talk to us a little bit about the current geopolitical situation in India. It looks very buddy-buddy, but we haven't been paying as much attention as we could have because of all the European wars.
It is very friendly. All 4 players got killed at the same time and responded at the same time.
Right. Bonded by trauma almost.
Most likely, yes.
Right.
So we are looking forward to pushing the war back towards north. So we are absolutely.
The AI managed to reform Delhi.
I was just gonna look when I was at my PC. It was still grey. Now it's green.
Right, right. But you're not involved in this Ming War with Nepal, although I think you are friendly with Nepal.
We are friendly with Nepal, but we are not involved in that. Nepal just wants to kill me for some reason.
Okay.
It's become China emperor of China.
Right.
So.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were observing that, like the Germans starting getting boxed in, and then we're starting to push like left, right, and center. It didn't really end well for them because there were like too many people in one small alliance. Aren't you worried that you might experience the same? Because I see that your south is blocked by Myanmar, your east is your west is blocked by Persia, your west is blocked by Nepal, and north is like say. Are you not afraid that we just need to take a couple provinces here and this is as much as you can get?
That is very true. Currently, the agreement stands that we get Delhi.
Okay.
If we don't get Delhi, we are screwed. That is very true. There's Persia to our west as well.
What's the expansion plan beyond India for the whole group here? I mean, obviously this is a good 20 years worth of munching, but once you've done that, where's the next step?
The next step is you can see already with Nepal going into China.
Yep.
We have I know Daviet wants Siam. They are looking forward to forming that, and maybe there might be a war with Persia because Persia is not one of the 4 countries that spawned with us at the same time.
Yeah, so I guess the option is to go west with the help of your allies.
Looking a little frightening, Persia. They've got some pretty decent military situations, but I mean, I can only wish you the best. I think it'll be really interesting once you unify up here.
Nepal wants you in now because they're not doing so great.
Yeah, Nepal is
so apparently we are.
See, like we're not like we're having a time, okay, and it's not a good one.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Nepal was on a full rout basically against Ming.
They might have been a bit cocky on that one. I'll be entirely honest with you. Ming is kind of double the numbers.
Oh yeah, that looks scary, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe Nepal will lose a bit of land.
Hot off the presses, we have the result of... Oh, well, sorry, I'll say that in a moment, but it's been a great pleasure to have you with us. Any final moments for chat?
Yes, since I used to be Desmond, and I still want to get the Ivory Coast, check where Desmond colonized for us while we were gone.
Oh, let's see. Okay, we've got 1 province left. They've made it!
They're very close.
Nice.
They might make it.
They might make it.
They will. No, they are here.
They have 1 province left in it's actually just Cork.
Yeah.
No, you're in Sierra Leone. You made it.
I know, but not to the actual Ivory Coast province. Ivory Coast region.
Like 3 provinces.
Sure.
They can do it.
I believe in
trust
them. Tunisia is also looking a little close.
They are very close.
Well, it's been a great pleasure to have you with us. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Pass the headset over, and we will see you later.
Thank you.
But, chat, what I was wanting to add just then is I have some news hot off the presses. Look at northern Germany.
Oh, the players have gone?
The players have gone. The Golden League formed.
All of them, including Hanover.
To high powers. They tried, they strove, they fought, and they failed. And like any great phoenix, they are going to try and rise from the ashes over in the east. It looks like they haven't actually arrived in these new provinces, but where they're going is Hamburg gets Manchu. Pomerania gets Korea, and Lubeck is switching to Japan.
Oh. I do wonder if they're going to try to be buddy-buddy again, or if they're going to fight this time, because, I mean, being buddy didn't really help them the last time, so...
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think of those 3, what are we looking at?
Japan's probably the best one.
We got 250 dev for Japan, 150 for Korea, 110 for Manchu. Manchu obviously currently under Ming, but Ming, assuming these players can pull out a win here, looking like they might well get weakened. So, I mean, I think there could well be a conflict here. Japan obviously has a potential colonial game to play, but it's going to be really interesting seeing what those players make of it here.
It's pretty, like, once you're in control of your island, you're pretty set.
You are, and I mean...
They have ideas, but it's only 1 point in influence. If they don't like it, they can just throw it away and take another one.
Yeah, and obviously there is more fighting to be done in Northern Europe. There's obviously significant quantities of these countries to go against each other, but we'll see. We'll see if they can make that work.
You had bet that Hanover will actually stay in the fight.
We did, but it seems like I was wrong. Good, that is still up for the record. Doing the hot joint, I imagine this is those countries hopping in the east.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
But the thing is, of course, you know, we saw the Livonia versus these guys war, right? It's old news. We could just rerun it, but Livonia is even stronger. But I mean, come on, where's the sport in that? What we need to see now
is
who's the next fight, because these guys have all just made alliances. You know, Westphalia. Was Westphalia in the alliance just then? I think they were.
Yeah, I think Swabia is the one who should start sweating.
Yes, that's true. So it looks like it's going to get north versus south, but there's a little bit of room for AI bashing at this stage.
There is a bit, because like a whole Austria is still alive and Hungary is still basically untouched. I am surprised that Bulgaria has not staked any claim on Transylvania at all.
I agree. I do agree. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, these AI, formerly players, now AIs, are going to get eaten up pretty quickly. They'll be slightly harder to digest than normal because they do have player-chosen national ideas and things.
There goes their alliances.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're just allied with each other now.
Uh-oh. Lubeck looking all alone. Westphalia's truce with them. Another 4 years.
Someone... yeah, I think...
Interesting. And Westphalia has a hefty series of claims from their mission tree, meaning
I guess Poland needs to get the memo because they're still alive with Pomerania.
Oh, really?
Break it before somebody else hits them.
Yes, that would not go well for them for sure.
Oh, but they have been feeding Lithuania quite a bunch, actually. I just realized. I guess they're... Can they hope to click the magic Commonwealth button, or do they need... they need some stuff from Livonia.
I can't believe how well AI Austria is doing. They're now integrating their second PU, Bohemia.
Oh yeah, I mean, as a programmer, I'm always rooting for the AI, especially seeing how long they can survive. And like my new one is Ming now, because like Nepal went in like really ballsy, and they brought even more people in the fight now. They brought Diviets and Chagatai, and they're still like, look at that, the Ming swarm going on.
Charging down into Shan. But I mean, if they're going to be sieging someone, they might as well be sieging someone
that is not you. Yeah. I mean, to be sure, they have some sieges to take back.
Yeah.
We don't see that, though. They're like, you can see they're holding on the border. We're like, they're not so sure how far the Mings are. They're all down. You don't know that, but they're all down.
Yeah.
That's a nice minus. They were supposed to show superiority, and so far it's not. Oh, yeah, because it's combat.
Where's that?
They use Religious War, so it's all about winning battles.
Ah, that's why.
And that's not going super well so far.
No.
It's a really good CB if you have a better army than the other guy.
Yeah.
But
turns out they don't. Not even with plus 25% damage.
Yeah. No, the pressure of the East is still in the making.
It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. And yeah, Silly is still standing strong.
136% reform desire. The Pope is trying their best, but I don't know how long they'll be able to keep that reform desire down.
Yep, growing 1,250% faster. That could perhaps be a multiplier rather than a percentage, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And no Papal Bull right now. Crusade just against the Mamluks. Okay, not being too helpful since we don't have no Christians fighting the Mamluks right now, I don't think. But Livonia forming Germany could be cool. Well, they're allied to Westphalia at the moment, so I don't think that's really on the cards, but it could happen. But I mean, here we go. Look at that. Look at the Papal States alliance chain.
Yeah.
That looks like the Southern Alliance that these Northerners are going to have to take on. The Netherlands and Provence have been buddy-buddy in the past, but looks like that might be on the precipice of change.
Westphalia is the one that worries me. They need to push north real quick because... Like, the coast have already been claimed by Livonia, and if they don't manage to break out, it's Swabia to the south, Provence and Netherlands to the west.
Yeah.
There is some land to be gobbled, like in... I mean, they have to go and fight Austria to get Bohemia. They can try pushing for Lubeck, but... Yeah, they don't have a coast, and, you know, no one wants to be
Westphalia has... I mean, they have easy expansion now, though.
Yeah, if they go north. They should go north. I guess they are probably working on it. Are they making claims? Let's see. Do we have any? No, they're building a spy network on Lubeck. So that's one claim coming up.
That does not surprise me. They already have 2 claims. Yeah, just grabbing a few more before they declare. The AI France being dumped on. We now know. You know, I was talking earlier about us having some big AI nations in Europe. There are no more. There's no significantly powerful AI nations. As I said, Austria's doing better than they could be, but. Even them. But it's going to be really interesting how these 2 alliances shake out because, yeah, we've got the Netherlands being, you know, fingers in many pies. They've got that alliance with Provence. But then Provence, of course, allied with the Papal States, who's allied with Swabia. But Swabia, I mean, if Swabia were attacked now, it would just be Swabia, Scilly, the Papal State. That's a fight that the Livonians plus maybe the Dutch can definitely take. And of course, if you don't full call the Papal State, it's not like there's an automatic call going after Provence, but we'll have to see how those relationships shake out. I have to imagine that once Provence has eaten France, which is, you know, a little way off yet, then they're going to want to try and move in on potentially pushing into the Papal States or maybe a unified religious conflict against the Sunni bloc down here in the south. Is Andalusia? Yes, Andalusia is being a bit optimistic, or perhaps they started it, I'm not certain, you know, jumping in against France. Poland is doing quite well, I think.
They've got Lithuania a bit.
Yeah, their Lithuanian subject is growing there.
I was just wondering if any of them, between them, Bulgaria and Serbia, were going to jump on the occasion that Austria is getting ganged up on by people from the west, and they might as well stake their claim on what remains on the
you would think
eastern bits.
I wonder who's getting the gold mine. That's always
an interesting discussion.
Interesting. Oh, right. So right now, it's held by Swabia, and they're enjoying that. Economy decreased, recent uprising. God, that's so many province modifiers.
Oh God.
But they're getting there.
They're getting there.
Getting there. I'm very curious about where the player's going to break out here. Scotland is fighting Provence and the Papal State. Are they?
Oh, another attack on France. I think they're just trying to reclaim it.
Are they allied to France? They are. Scotland is allied to France.
Oh yeah, France.
Why?
Provence attacked France, and I guess. Yeah, I don't know why is Scotland still keeping
it's
France
European ties. Yeah, focus. You've got a whole bunch of confederations to deal with over here.
Is it to scare them away from reprisals?
Oh, that's not. I mean, clearly that's a bad threat. It's one that's actually so bad that people are prepared to attack what's the person that's meant to be the threat.
Yeah, I guess the AI will see it differently.
Yes, that's true. But what AI is threatening them in the New World, realistically? I mean,
it's unlikely. I don't know. Maybe it's just confidence. I'm not so sure exactly what it is. Yeah. Andalusia is cleaning up the rest of Iberia and consolidating. Yeah, we are getting some move here. So Poland is not moving.
Bulgaria's Crimea is new. This is the second time that a player has yoinked all of those provinces in one war. It's Bulgaria's turn to take them off Moldavia. And yeah, I have to imagine we're going to try and see some eastern expansion from them, but they've got a relatively narrow line to cut down here.
That's an interesting way for expansion. I don't.
And there's not much room. It's basically just a little bit of the Western Caucasus and
yeah, whatever Serbia doesn't take and Persia doesn't want.
It's because of course the old alliance must not fall. That's why Scotland's out.
I respect that as a Frenchman. I respect that the old alliance.
And yes, Theodoro is still alive, which is brilliant. I believe they are, currently under attack as part of this Russian war against Pskov. But
I'm almost surprised that someone has not tried to basically dissolve the HRE at this point.
Yes, it is still.
I mean, it is very early for the HRE dismantle, but it's. I mean, it is functionally dismantled. 3
free cities.
Yeah, and Bohemia is being integrated, so where that one is going to go.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think, it's true from chat. That might be right. I think Bulgaria and Serbia have the oldest alliance in the game, and their obvious eastern expansion is through Persia. And if the Bulgarians push up to border them, then Persia only Hassa. No like huge allies. I mean, Hassa, what are they offering? What are they bringing to the table? 17,000 men, up-to-date mil tech, but nothing more. And it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. I feel like Swabia is... Oh, I thought they were sieging down Westphalia for a second there. It looks like Swabia to me. They're the one in the hot seat.
They are really squished in the middle. They need to break out one direction.
Chat, just want a quick check-in on the Ming War.
Yeah, I was checking it out. The war score doesn't get much better now. They have won a bunch of battles, actually.
They've got it down so it's not ticking, at least. But they've... I mean, there's a bunch of things being occupied. Ming has been crushing Daviet. Oh, my God.
Attacking on mountains? Really?
They're winning.
They are going to win, but -2, why take it?
Yeah. It does. I mean, it's all mountains around here, but they did send them packing there. But, I mean, this looks like Daviet is going to be forced out of this this war pretty soon.
Ming
Ming owns... Wow, that's some bizarre borders from Ming. But yeah, I mean, Dai Viet is
Oh, they have 99% score on them.
looking pretty bad. Yeah.
They can get stabbed by the AI.
Yeah.
When you get stabbed by the AI.
And they are about to go bankrupt as well. So Dai Viet not having a great time.
Are they allied with Ayutthaya? Because Ayutthaya could be
No.
starting to look at them with like, oh, they have a truce that has been... Oh, they have a truce, but it's expiring, so...
That's not looking good. I mean, this looks like a player kill, to be honest. Ming does tend to take reprisals in these kinds of wars.
Did they get killed because they were brought up by Nepal in a war?
Yes, I think they might. At which point they should switch to Vijayanagar and try and take it out on Nepal's allies in Italy.
You should have a talk to your allies when they bring you into a war and you end up being the one dismantled by the AI.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really interested to see...
Can we get chat back?
That would be good.
Can't see chat on the screen anymore. Can you
I
try
think
to bring it back?
Oh, sorry.
We're with you, chat, in thinking. Not in screen yet, but we're working on it.
I've been reading.
Oh, you've been looking at your phone.
I have. I've chat. I'm committed to being able to read it.
Yeah.
I think, Dai Viet is looking seriously dicey here, but Nepal might be able to turn this around.
Die.
They've been trying. Oh my god, that's not good.
Oh,
That's not good at all. They've got the
Go AI.
reinforcements. Oh, Punjab turned around.
Oh no! Oh, the best ally.
Oh no!
Oh boy. At least we can see the elephant
Well,
models.
let's take a look back over Europe here. Have we got any more blue flames? No, doesn't look like it.
Pushy, 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 pushy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting it.
I mean,
perfect.
We're looking like
We see you again,
the final
chat.
death knell of Switzerland is also happening here. Are they? They are indeed allied to France. The AI just desperately seeking what allies they can. Who formed Russia? That was Ryazan.
That was Ryazan.
Ryazan.
Indeed.
And is Florry playing? No, Florry is doing the... he's doing some of the casting. He'll be on after this,
I think he is
No,
after this. I can't remember who's
after this.
streaming, but
Two after
yeah,
this, I
he will be back.
He certainly will. He certainly will.
We will all be back.
I'll be closing
eventually.
out the evening today later on with Florry, so we should have hopefully some nice
Interesting
big wars to round things
I
out.
don't know. Will people learn and stop starting wars just before the end of the day?
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The call for war, as you get more tired, perhaps a little drunker, it does become
maybe
more
you
alluring.
get you get a bit like sloppy. You hunger for you hunger for battle. You just want some action. I guess it all depends how long of a quiet time you got.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I mean, this looks like Nepal. I mean, they need to call in some of their Indian allies. I think it's the only way they're going to be able to turn this around because the mandate is rising, and the situation is.
What does Ming want? They just try to piss them out at this point.
It's not great. Ming, I mean, I'm not sure if Nepal attempted to negotiate with Ming.
Oh, you suggest.
Let's take
suggest
a look.
offer.
There is no war score,
Oh
no deal.
God,
Ming
and
would
it's
accept right
all
now.
about Dai Viet land that they would ask for. Oh God, that suggestion piece deal is
Shun as well. They want some Shun land.
I mean, they could pull off a Johan, which is when you call an ally into a war and then you lose it and you sell your ally land to peace out without losing anything. But that's considered bad form.
Yong. Yeah, they really want some land off Nepal themselves. It looks like very much so. In fact, looking at here, they're on a must include spree where they're after a whole. Oh God, it keeps going. Oh God, it keeps going. They want
they
a whole
want
load of
Ayutthaya.
Nepalese land, whole bunch of Nepalese land, rather than anything from Ayutthaya. That is not great.
That is not looking good.
What's the suggest offer? No, I was looking. There is no.
Oh, you can do offer tribute and then click suggest.
Oh, sorry.
And look at Dai. It's basically Dai Viet dies and I lose a few provinces.
Yeah.
You can click that button and kill Dai.
Dai Viet gets. None of this is being taken. This is what could be taken.
Oh, could be taken.
You
Right.
can tell
It's
it's
the
been a
red
few
bits.
years since he worked on this game.
Yes, and I forget the colors. They're not great colors. I think we should use stripes instead when you're clicking those claims.
Stripes would be good.
You know
It would
what? I'm
match
not
from the
I'm
other
not a UX expert, but I would have used the stripe as secondary map mode.
Okay.
I might suggest a patch when I come
Ming
back.
is. Yeah, I mean, they want to devour all of the border provinces in Nepal, plus a couple down here in Dai Viet. But that's looking not terrible for Dai Viet. I mean, Dai Viet, at the moment, if it was Dai Viet doing the negotiation, I mean, I have to imagine they would simply then perish. No, just tributary state. One province and tributary state if Dai Viet pieced out themselves. I mean, you got to imagine that's tempting, right? that's not an unfair deal. Just to give up one province and go back to being a tributary. I have to imagine they were moments before, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah, and as Strat is pointing it out, the Ming dynasty crisis does not happen in the Age of Discovery, and a certain pope has been pushing it back as long as he can.
Yes. I mean, it may feel like we've been playing for hours and hours because, of course, we have. But at speed 2,
we're 200% now. I guess someone should consider.
It's mean time to happen up to 200% and then guaranteed at 200. I think, is that right?
I can't remember the math, honestly, but it is bound to happen.
Why isn't the ungoaded nomadic frontier firing? That's a good point. Let's take a look. Is it that they don't have 200 dev? No, Chagatai is only 190. But they're actually the only ones doing well in this war, cruising in here in the north with Oirat helping out. That's going to be causing a lot of devastation, of course, and the more devastation they can get, the more they've more than halved the mandate growth, just using all of the devastation being caused by this war. So, I mean, that's something for them. That's something for them.
There we go. Westphalia's gunning for Hanover.
There they go. Yep, Hanover is.
Poland is gunning for Silesia. The center Germans are getting partitioned.
Look at that. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look how much they can take in one war.
I mean, is it? Oh, yes, the same culture, right? So that will help.
Yeah, I mean, they can absolutely devour. Oh my lord!
Bulgaria is still tied down with a war with Georgia, so they cannot jump on the Austrians. And I don't know if they. Maybe the Serbians are too busy now.
Jat has a good point. The other thing that's slowing down the Reformation is the number of HRE states. It's a lot less people to get the event.
Yes, and the number of because like you keep getting the events that gives you like more reform desire, and it's per country.
Yes.
So the less country, the slower it gets.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Is anyone else being opportunistic, jumping on these guys? Not yet. Poland has broken their alliance.
Age of Discovery ends in 120 months, so someone spawned it. Where is it?
Where did it fire? It's down in Swabia.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, I mean,
now the question is, who will click the button?
Yes, it could be a point of conflict between Swabia and their papal allies. If they were to turn to the Reformation, it's very hard.
Also, it's gonna be a pain for Italy because they're gonna get their provinces. They're gonna keep flipping back and forth because it's really close to Lombardy.
It's gonna be interesting.
Now the question is, who is gonna click the button? You get two centers of Reformation if you're the first two to click to get the free ducats.
Yep. It's true. Sorry, I don't mean the center is actually in Swabia. I mean the Reformation.
So
the conversion is happening in Swabia.
Yep. And Livonia cannot switch because they're the defender of the faith.
You have to imagine they want to, because Catholic is a fantastic religion in EU4 at the moment, especially because I thought it was already really good, but when they added the secondary bonuses to the papal actions, like the diplomatic annexation costs, the extra improved relations.
Here's the chance.
It's all.
Here's the chance. Really we got a call to arm from the Pope to from Austria to defend against Bulgaria. They could decline it and use that as a too late.
Oh.
Two nations have already flipped.
Okay.
Regensburg. Oh, it's an OPM.
Oh, it's Ravensburg, the OPM, and Westphalia. Yeah.
Okay.
Westphalia has made the jump.
Yep. So I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, no more Center of Reformation is going to spawn, right? It's three. First
Just
one
three.
And then the two first converts.
Obviously, there's Reformed to come after this, but I mean that is interesting. So Westphalia, I'm not sure to what extent people are role-playing religions and stuff. So
Serbia now is attacking Austria.
Okay, yeah,
okay,
finally.
It is time to get
finally.
Poland, it's your turn now. Get your front.
Yeah, get in there. It's Poland's just taken a huge chunk out of what was once Eastern Bohemia. So they've been munching their way through there. Are they RPing Protestant? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Westphalia took a sizable chunk out of Hanover there, as you can see. That's a pretty tasty peace deal. Let's take a look. Oh, what? Oh, no, of course. Sorry. Livonia is the... I keep forgetting that they're the defender of the faith. So Ming, continuing to make headway. They've beaten Chagatai back from a lot of their progress. But their gains in Shan are being somewhat reduced.
Oh, someone is asking if the Dutch are looking to convert to English or maybe spawn the Protestant. Sorry, not Protestant, Anglican. They are 42% English.
It's very plausible. I mean, let's take a look
actually
here.
they could click it. No, they've disabled the decision, I think. But
they could form the English nation if they wanted to. They have switched to primary culture English. Probably just because of the
and now they're at peace, they can click the button.
They have unchecked the alert for it, though, so I suspect that indicates they're not interested. I think the...
But then why would they change the primary culture? Oh, just to get it for free? Like more development provinces?
Yeah, plus I think they're...
They could keep the old ideas, though.
Yes.
And...
We are...
If you're looking at being a naval nation, I would do it because then you can get the wooden wall.
Wooden wall is very nice to have, yeah.
Well, actually, it's just primary culture, right? You don't have to be England.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
I think so. It's been a while.
Let's see. If that's the case, they've probably already done it.
They can pick it.
They're on merchant, but they can?
They can pick it. It's going to cost them $700 because they make a lot of money, but they can.
Right, okay. Interesting. They might get the Dutch revolt. That's true. Oh, what just happened? Oh, it was just them turning off their forts. I thought they tag switched.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ming is
Dutch
still
revolt.
winning.
Yes, it could happen. Can the Dutch revolt fire if you're Netherlands but don't have Dutch as the primary culture? Presumably not.
I would say no.
No. Okay.
I think if you are Netherlands, it cannot fire.
Okay. So Livonia, I mean, they've done their, they've finished annexing these guys in the north, and there is Poland's war against Pomerania. I have to imagine Livonia is looking for the next target, and I'm very surprised. Gotland so far. Now this could cause problems. I forgot that Gotland was allied to the Netherlands. So what's that going to do when Livonia comes a knocking for their penance after taking it out? And yes, France is being completely munched. We've got the south.
It makes me really sad to watch. I would stop watching until this is
let me just zoom in.
Oh,
on
wait,
France.
silly.
Oh, look at that. Look at all these different countries taking land off France.
Hey, where is your country on the map? I can't even see it.
Excuse me? Look, it's right there. Britain.
Oh, Dutch Britain, yeah.
Excuse me. I'm just seeing Britain.
I get it. Actually, Silly's basically on the way to become Austria.
Netherlands will abandon Gotland. I do agree.
Oh, that's a nice wall they put up on Poland up north in Silly.
Chomping their way through. That's a nice shaped country. It's kind of shaped like a chicken drumstick. You'd be holding it here, and then it's kind of the...
Did you miss lunch?
I didn't, actually. It was very good lunch. Okay, so let's take a look back over at the east here. I mean, they're fighting. They're fighting on. Just trying to cause more and more devastation, I guess, is the only way they're really likely to do this. But Gotland got land from Livonia in Sweden. How the heck did that happen?
Gotland?
They gave them Bergslaven. And Roland. I mean, these are it's not the great province,
but trying to get something out of it.
Why would they give them those two provinces?
Is there anything we can do with that?
It wasn't in a war. They're trying to go north. Okay, so Livonia is like, we'll help you go north, but then what's in it for Livonia?
Yeah, why are they enabling them still?
Yeah. I don't know.
Is there a chance they can get it too then?
It's curious. I mean, what are they...
Because they have not toggled Protestant. Actually, I think nobody except the original people who flipped have flipped.
No?
Like the Dutch? I'm surprised. Oh, they're waiting for reform, right?
Probably. That would make sense. Maybe Gotland will cede all Scandinavian province afterwards. It's very plausible. I was thinking that as a possibility. Swabia still holding out, not wanting to swap. Happy with all of their cardinal seats, and their papal alliance, I have to imagine, is relevant and helping them out there. There we go. Pomerania getting fully munched on by... oh, it's not by Poland. It's by Swabia. What the heck? What is Swabia doing against them? Did Swabia get Bohemia? They did. They stole the Bohemian vassal from Austria. Nice.
Oh yeah, because it's still the Age of Discovery, so they can take the 50% off. Oh god, the transfer subject would have been so valuable to keep so long.
Nice.
I think it's the only one they haven't picked though.
There they go. Yoink. They went all the way up, including taking Berlin all for themselves. So that's Swabia making some aggressive kind of enveloping plays on Westphalia, which is going to be interesting. What did Diviet do? And there we go. I knew someone was going to release Brandenburg. It only made sense. And now I expect to see a Swabian declaration on Lübeck coming in the next couple of days, because that is a hefty quantity of development they can feed to their new vassal. which will be interesting to see. And of course, Brandenburg, as AI vassals go, which is not very far, but as AI vassals go, that's not a bad set of military ideas and stuff that could be helping them out. Let's take a look back over at Ming. Daviet still in the war, still holding on, and in fact, it kind of looks like they're making gains. The Ming armies have been riding up around in the north and fighting the Chagatai, and in the meantime, the south has begun to make some gains back. But they need Orissa, really. They need Mawa. I mean, as soon as these guys roam back south, it's just going to be a back and forth and back and forth, and that's just blood for no land.
Yeah,
and that's not.
Yeah,
not
I mean, if I was Mewar or Orissa, there's a lot of Baghmani in Delhi to eat. That's way more juicy than dying for Nepal and Ming against Ming.
Where's the Swabian Declaration? I'm really expecting the Swabian Declaration on Lubeck.
Maybe they're calling some stuff first. I see that.
No, they have nothing to call.
Oh yeah, because they release vassals.
Yeah.
Gotland is starting to make a landing in the Yucatan Peninsula now.
Oh, so they are. Nice.
Finally, some action around Mexico. Because there's the resources there are absolutely crazy. I remember when we made that map for Golden Century. There was this. Where is that? The state with 5 gold mines in the state of Mexico, and it's 5 gold mines.
Yes,
it's absolutely insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then everything else is good. You got cocoa, you got more gold. This is prime real estate. Expensive to develop, but really good.
I wonder what Livonia's kind of waiting for here. Let me get the truces map mode bound here. I mean, they've got a moment. I mean, they've got CBs, they've got no truce. They could go against Hanover. They could go
Poland?
against. They could go against Poland. Poland still has
no allies.
No formal allies. It's very plausible they have pact allies, but Poland does look like they're in a position to be kind of taking. Is Bulgaria dying? No, it's just the.
They're fighting Austria.
Livonia keeps getting called into the. As the guys.
They could use that as a location to come and smack them down if they wanted to, but I guess they don't have a beef against them.
No, I don't think so. And there's Serbia's yoinking of the partition. These are relatively historical partitioning borders. We've got Transylvania being established. We've got the area being taken by historically Ottomans. Now Serbia.
And now will they form Romania or keep Bulgaria? I can't remember which ID set is better.
Yes, what is Bulgaria's idea set like? They've got
merchants,
the armies,
core creation.
Yeah, the relevant ones. They've got infantry combat 15% and morale of enemies 10%.
And another 15% infantry compatibility in the finisher.
That's really nice.
It's okay.
15%. I mean, that's hefty.
Can't remember if Romania is better or not.
No, I don't really remember. Chat, is Romania's national ideas worth writing home about? Do you reckon? Or
Somalia is full. Indeed.
Lubeck's northern coast was absolutely yoinked.
The Grand Republic of Somalia is around there.
The Golden League up here got completely obliterated, and the Livonians, they did not pull their punches. We've had some wars, and honestly, I think this might have been the Golden League's problem. When the Golden League was fighting against Silesia and all these, they did a huge war, but then Ryazan, I think they just didn't have the micro time to kind of get those negotiations going properly, and they just took small little pieces. They took, just Hamburg just Frankfurt, just one province here. Whereas Livonia is like, no, here, I'll show you how it's done. And wiped out three player nations in one
I mean, to
stroke.
be fair, if you're about to sign a peace deal and get into a truce with like 5 players, you might as well eat as much as you want.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. But that's what they didn't do. That's what Lubeck and Pomerania especially did not do against Silesia. There was loads of rich gold mine land.
Because at this point, it's only players, right? Nobody's going to form a coalition against you if it's formal alliances. So, the threat of aggressive expansion at this point, the only use is to make sure that you still got enough diplo relation with people to send alliances if needed.
Yes.
But if you manage to avoid like the silly mistakes, which I've seen happen in MP games, to be fair, people who don't formally ally and then go into separate wars and then go so much AE that they can't ally their friends when they actually get in trouble. That happens. But other than that, I mean, that's just really becoming just a number.
Yep, I agree. Now, where is the tooltip that I wanted to show you? Yes, okay, so...
Seth is responding, I'm Romanian, national ID, or plus 10 yearly corruption, minus 20% production efficiency. I was in Romania over summer. I really apologize. Your country is really nice, especially the wine. You should send me some. Can I say that on stream? Whatever.
Okay, so over in the east, they're beginning to make some gains. The Netherlands has been a bit passive lately. I'm curious as to if they're going overseas. It doesn't look like it. They're happy to just kind of develop, industrialize. I mean, they did do the war against France, obviously, but and yeah, clearly going for the. Why did they take these two provinces? Because those aren't. I mean, there's the obvious one they didn't take. Oh no, it is the trade province. Sorry, I thought it was.
They have all of them almost now. They're gonna be rich.
That's actually, they have every center of trade in the English Channel.
Play will also depend on where do the people in Chesapeake Bay and Caribbean decide to send the money.
Yeah.
Because you can as the Caribbean, you can decide if Spain or England is making all the dosh, right?
You can. Hey, Scotland. Excuse me. Sorry.
Scotland has reached true freedom now.
Nice.
And they get American culture, right?
Anglican United States, very historical.
And they should get the... Oh, no, it's Islander culture. I thought you got American culture if you were in the British group when you formed America.
No, it starts popping up in some
but the Highlanders and not British group.
Highlanders aren't,
That's why you don't get it.
Yeah,
okay, so they went for freedom.
Nice. USA.
I think I would have gone for Texas, but that's because, I mean, I think the idea set of Texas is just... You have better missions as America.
Yeah. What is America's idea set like? Have they got the morale?
It's okay, but it's not as good as Texas.
Right, yeah, just the morale for the.
I mean, you get the colonists. You get a 15% goods produced is really good.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
Oh, and Marines. Oh, they have changed them actually. Marines force limit 50% was clearly not before. And where's the capstone?
Nothing.
Okay.
Apparently.
You haven't seen anything, chat, but
it's probably because they're Anglican.
Someone should make a Jira, but oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, is that one of those? It has been a big and we have tolerance of heretics, not just
5.
Yeah, but that's not as good as the one that just ignores religious penalty, like you get with Texas and most colonial nations.
Well, the USA idea set was coded before the just ignore tag was implemented.
They have Marines, right? So I guess they could have tweaked
That's true.
It's Republican tradition, and they're pirates. No, they're not pirates. They're what are they actually?
They're just a monarchy now.
Oh, don't you get the decision? Oh no, you only get the decision if you're released as a colonial nation, and then you get a pop-up asking you if you want to be a republic.
Okay.
So this is the most cursed timeline. This is a Scottish monarchy of America.
Yeah. Make a Jira, it says chat. You want to come in? I think we may have the. We were just talking about what the Dutch plans are, and I think we can now. We're coming to the end of the set anyway. We can hand over.
Yeah, we can hand over the interview to the next caster and get some Dutch interview.
Sounds good, but we're going to do that after the break.